This wife was spreading jam on her husband's toast, and when he saw this, he asked her to prepare another piece of toast, because she knows how much he hates jam. The wife apologizes, because she had forgotten this detail, and thinks it is because she has too much on her mind, but promises to make another piece of toast. Her cell phone starts ringing and she quickly answers the call. Her boss asks her to go to the company as soon as possible, because he has prepared a meeting. She asks if she has time to have breakfast, but her boss denies it, ordering her to go as soon as possible. She apologizes to her husband, explaining that her boss just called, so she has to rush to the company, and there won't be time for her to prepare his coffee. Her husband asks her what time she'll be home. And she wants to know why he's asking what he's going to do. He says it's nothing, he just wanted to know what time she would arrive. The wife answers that she should be back around 6 p.m. Her husband says that there is time then, and says goodbye to his wife, wishing her a good day at work, and anything she can call him. Then the wife leaves the house to go to work. While the husband is alone at home, he takes the opportunity to call his mistress, telling her that the house is clear and asks her if she will meet him or if she will be stalling. The mistress replies that she will for sure, and the man says that he will be waiting for her. Later, he had spent time with his mistress, without his wife even suspecting it. The man says he was missing her very much, and loves to spend the afternoon with her. She agrees, saying that the man does her a lot of good, complimenting the man on everything she can. Then they kiss again, forgetting about the world outside. Meanwhile, his wife is at work, being complimented by the boss, as she is doing her job very well. She also congratulates the boss, saying that they fought hard for that job, but that everything worked out, and they will be able to chase their dream. But the boss says that everything is thanks to the effort and dedication of the employee. He makes it clear that the woman is an employee, and he is very grateful to have her in the company. The woman is also very grateful for his trust, but before she finishes, she begins to feel ill and is helped by her boss. He asks her what she is feeling, and the woman explains that she is weak, but thinks it's because she didn't have breakfast. The boss then suggests that they go out to eat. She agrees and goes with the boss. Meanwhile, she has no idea that her husband is with her mistress, in the bed they share together. The mistress complains that she is hungry, and the man says that they can go to the kitchen, and they go together. The mistress even thinks that he has left everything served for her, and begins to eat, while the man finds it strange to see her eating jam. She questions why the man is looking at her like that. The man replies that he has no idea how anyone can eat jelly, because just by looking at it, he feels his stomach clench. The mistress then suggests that he sit down, so that he can eat too. But he says he will only eat toast, just to accompany his mistress. She says she imagines that that dish was his wife's. And the man says that's why he called his mistress, because she barely ate and ran out, but asks them not to talk about his wife, because they have other things to do. Then the mistress asks them to go back to the bedroom. Later, the wife comes home and asks if her husband was expecting her, but he doesn't know what she is talking about. She then reminds him of when they agreed to go out at night, but the husband explains that he went to his mother's house and ended up forgetting their appointment. The wife then says that she loves to see her husband like that, all wet and fresh out of the shower, because he looks so beautiful like that. The man then takes the opportunity to take his wife into the bedroom. Later, she explains to her husband that she will have to go to the doctor the next day, and he asks what she's going to do. The wife says that she's not feeling well, that she's been feeling sick for days. The husband asks her if it's nothing very serious, and she answers that she doesn't know, and that maybe she is expecting a child. The husband asks if she thinks she is pregnant. The wife replies that maybe, that it would be their child, and wonders if he wouldn't be happy. He hesitates to answer that he would be happy, but that he was taken by surprise at that moment. He says that this is not the time to have a child, but that he loves his wife and wants to have a child with her. She says that she loves him too, and changes the subject when she says that she is going to prepare something to eat, because she is very hungry. But as soon as he is alone in the room, he begins to reveal his despair. And the wife, when she arrives downstairs, while the messy things on the table, and shouts from downstairs, he quickly comes downstairs, wanting to know what has happened. She wants to know why her makeup is all broken. And the husband says he'll buy her another one later, and lies that he just bumped into her on the table there and she fell on the floor. The wife thanks him and says that he is wonderful. Then she says she's going to have some jam, and asks if her husband wants some too. But he denies it immediately, saying that his wife knows he hates jam. And the wife says it's true. Then the husband suggests that they can go eat at the restaurant. She agrees, and says that he can go ahead, because she will just set the table before she goes. And the husband says that's fine, and he'll be waiting for her in the car. When she is alone, she says she needs to think things through, to know what is going on there. Later, when they are at the restaurant, the wife then starts to tell him that the documents for the construction of the hotel have come out, so she will need to make some work visits. So she will need to travel for work. She will be gone for a few days. The husband then asks when this will happen, and she answers that it will be the very next day. He finds this very sudden, and his wife says that it is really rushed, but everything happened very fast at work, so she needs to solve it right away. The husband says that he will miss her a lot, but she asks her husband to stop this, because the days will pass quickly, and he won't even notice that she is not at home. So they talk again about what they should order to eat, and the wife asks him to look carefully. While he is distracted by the menu, the wife uses her cell phone to search for security cameras, so she will put in the house to find out the truth about her husband. Days later, she is with the pregnancy test in hand, when she finally receives the delivery of the security camera she had bought. When she returns to the bathroom, she finds out that the test is positive and she is pregnant. She hopes that the suspicions will be cleared up as soon as she installs the camera, because she needs her husband's support at that moment. So she takes advantage that her husband is not at home, and places the hidden camera so that he doesn't suspect anything. Later, she says goodbye to her husband to go on her business trip. The husband says that he will miss her terribly, and the wife asks him to stay calm, because it will pass quickly. After saying goodbye, the man takes the opportunity to call his mistress. And he doesn't even know that his wife is watching everything through the cameras. She cries with anguish, because she already knew this was happening, but didn't want to believe it was true. Her friend asks her to be strong at this moment. But the woman will never understand why her husband did this, because she always was and never let him lack anything. The friend asks if the woman wants her to come in together, but she refuses, saying she has to solve this on her own. Curious, the friend wants to know how she found out about the betrayal. Then she reveals that it was because of the jam, because her husband doesn't like it. Her friend says that everything will be fine and that she will take her home. Then they get ready to leave. When she gets home, she starts clapping her hands, drawing the lover's attention. He gets up startled, questioning what this is. But she who must ask the question, since he is the one cheating on her inside her own home. The husband asks for calm, saying he can explain everything. The wife says that she doesn't want any explanation, since she has seen enough, and for her it's all over. He tries to explain that it was just a slip of the tongue, but his wife doesn't want to hear his voice anymore, and doesn't want to know anything about him, because he has ruined everything. She says he will never see her again, nor the child she is carrying. The woman doesn't want to give him any explanations, and orders him to leave her house immediately. He kneels in front of his wife, begging for a chance to explain himself, promising that this will never happen again. And his wife says it will never happen again, because he will never come near her again. And she says that her son will have the privilege of growing up away from a father like him. The man begs her not to do this, saying that they can fix the family. Then she tells him she doesn't care anymore, pushing her husband out. Then she pulls her mistress by the hair, making it clear that she never wants to see them again. She lets herself cry from so much sorrow in her heart.